Hello everyone, I hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to Resurrection Cup, codename Genesis. It is the round of 16, we've got an interesting match coming up. We've got OWC Ready versus the copo, bebe, peixe. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. I'll figure out soon. I'm one of your commentators, Torvazero, and I'm joined by the lovely Blank Tap. How are we?
I think we are definitely taken aback. It is 17 UTC on a Thursday. I mean, who is willingly playing on a weekday? And I suppose these guys are, ladies and gentlemen, still in the winners bracket, so not too much at stake other than, just a measly safety net going into the quarterfinals after this one. So yeah, I mean, both of these teams definitely did it very, very well, and let's see if they can keep their streak unbroken.
Yeah, I mean, only one of them gets to keep that streak going, and I mean, that'll be the decider here. Honestly, I'm really intrigued with this match. I mean, first things first, the thing that honestly interests me most is that you've also mentioned is playing on a Thursday. Now, I know that's not common, but I don't think I've even ever seen it. So I was not ready, but you know what? I'm ready now. But, yeah. Playing on a Thursday, interesting choice, but you know what? I gotta respect it. You gotta hope they've put that practice in because, that's a lot less days to have map pool practice.
I mean, not gonna lie, a lot of days to ignore map pool as well. Not gonna lie, for some players, things just does not change regardless of how fast they play it. So, you know what? I mean, looking at the map pool here, nothing much to worry about. I guess the only practice map that I am slightly worried about is definitely Hard Rock 1, Inceptionism Limbo. This map features very, very long sliders with slider tick in the middle, and add on the Hard Rock onto that, and you get a recipe for a solid 300,000 average score, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, evil tech map adding on the hard rock. I mean, yeah, even if you know the map, you still want to make sure you have the flow of it correct. That's probably like the main thing to be ready for. But like I say, a lot of these maps, I mean, you'd at least want to know of the map, so you just don't know. You hope for a not rushed sight read moment from any of the teams. But again, they've had at least a few days. It's not like they're playing on a Tuesday. They've had time.
That's true.
But I mean, seeing the first pick and ban orders. I mean, I believe that is OWC Ready going for the first pick and second ban, if I'm not to be mistaken. No, sorry, no, it is copo, bebe, peixe going for the first pick.
Okay. Going to the ban now. I mean, looking at these players, what are you thinking here? I mean, not gonna lie, in my humble opinion, Rose definitely is gonna have a bit of a trouble, especially, or rather Iris is gonna have a bit of trouble on the mechanic side. I mean, Intercamping, Mathy, Alfio, these guys are pretty damn good at their job, and I mean, there's the DT2 ban, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, a really solid ban to go into. Do not risk playing a DT2 into that roster, because they will absolutely abuse you if you're not careful, or if you're not, that league above where the best already reside. Like, you have to be that level to compete with, that roster. I mean, to be fair, speaking of the rosters, right? I mean, with, OWC Ready getting to choose their next ban, first things first, what are we thinking, like, ban-wise coming in from them? And do we have an insight on, like, the idea, the strategy these teams want to go into here?
Not gonna lie, I think Rose is gonna keep it nice and simple. You got a player like Mathy, just indescribable ability to play these stamina control maps, beautiful accuracy, and everyone else just kind of working in tandem to him. But Nomad 1 as a band, they are not looking to fight Iris on the aim department.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think these two teams are going to be a pretty good representation of two sides of the coin, right? You have the one side that is going to be disgusting on those raw mechanics when it comes to the pure tapping or, stamina side of things, and you have the other side that is just going to absolutely go crazy on the aim. So I feel like that's just going to leave stuff like the gimmicks open, and that's where I think we'll find a lot of that 50-50, like, roll of the dice scoring from these teams.
Well then, that's enough speculation for the bans. Here is there, DT1 and Nomad 1, and Iris, I mean, that's an invitation to go straight for any kind of aim match, but they're gonna go for the ult, Nomad 3.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not too surprised with this pick. Having it as a first pick does make a bit of sense. I mean, of course, you know, as you mentioned, right, the No More 1 ban inviting, you know, just go into a straight-up aim abuse. This map, it has a bit of that snap aim. So, you know, you go snap ult, snap aim. Gotta have at least a decent bit of control there, but, you know, having also the tap and control, hoping to maybe just feel it that slight bit more comfortable on that. Overall, I'm honestly not, I'm not complaining with this as an opening pick. I mean, this is something I think is a very solid option for them to, you know, test the waters with.
I do agree with 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Gonna be a bit more on the snappier side, and I think you're about to see some fun being had here. Not really sure on, I mean, it's number 3. Not gonna lie, anyone can play the map. It depends on who is truly comfortable. What do you think, Totoma? And any bets on who's gonna be playing on this map in particular for either side?
Okay, well, for OWC Ready, I have a slight feeling. We're seeing Alfu, guarantee.
Definitely,
I feel like Intercambing, also another solid bet. But with the other 3, like, I feel like you could swap any of them in, and it's still just going to be a really, really good score. And then for, like, the side of Iris, I don't actually know. I feel like I could see Nash in this, but I feel like I'd also see Nash more in the No More 2. I'm seeing Izzy in the lobby, so I think we do see that. But for the third, I'm not entirely too sure.
Boy, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Starting off, it is a very tame zigzags here and there, and here we go. Easy alongside Kurumi W and Nash. On the other side, it seems it's gonna be Gonza completing the trio, Torva.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, the rosters I was kind of expecting to see on this map, you know, players that are just going to be really comfortable on this, that aren't going to, you know, have struggles necessarily, just look to have that consistency overall. And speaking of, actually, going to see that first miss coming out from Intercambing pretty early in, so it's not going to be the most lethal of a miss, but it is going to, you know, start to move that buffer a bit further in the favor of Iris' side. But Izzy has traded out now, so that buffer will start to close and equalize out relatively soon.
Still staying at that solid 4K 4-digit score difference. Izzy recovering quite quickly alongside Intercambing. But here comes the first K section. These back and forths. Slightly awkward in their spacing, that's for sure. Just a mix of small and big. As Kurumi W finding that crucial slider break. Intercambing finding the miss, but that does not mean anything when it's a 2v1.5 in the full combo department. Going through the first K section with a 30k lead, OWC Ready, looking to find themselves a potential breakpoint already.
Yeah, I mean, out of every player on the side of OWC Ready that you could have wanted to have a miss on that section, it would have been Intercambing, you know, keeping those 2 full combos still going past the halfway point of the map. Even when Yash are holding on, you know, keeping up the whole time, it's, you know, not going to be that much to help with. But you do see those breaks coming in from Alfie. I think it was 2 breaks, actually. And the score difference is only about 25k. They're not in a safe zone to be for that. Like, that's going to be, this is going to move over now towards the side of Iris. You have Izzy on the recovery, 560 combo. Nyash also still holding on the full combo, matching Gonza the whole way, and Kurumi also on that recovery.
20k difference. Once again, the KIA welcome us all. This is just a nice, comfortable section still, but it's gonna spike even more as we dive deeper into the map. These back and forth, these squares, trying to bait a break from any one of our players, but Nyash and Gonza holding on very strongly, but only one will survive, and Iris a wonderful performance, playing from behind just a tiny bit there until they swoop in for their opportunity. 250k difference. I mean, it was close the whole way though, Tova.
Yeah, I mean, at the start, this one looked a bit shaky, right? I mean, it looked like it was going to be in the favor of Rose for a good half of it. I mean, Alfew and Gonzo holding the full combos for a long time. But then, you know, you just find those breaks. And, you know, if your opponent doesn't, which, I mean, Yash just absolutely didn't find those breaks if I didn't miss a slider break. You know, holding that full combo there, and the one miss from Izzy and Kurumi, both holding on really large combos towards the ending there as well. They proved why they wanted to go into the No Mod 3, and that little poke testing, you know, testing the waters, it worked out perfectly for them to get that first point on the board.
Well, then, going back to the OWC Ready, the DT is looking pretty juicy, pretty exposed. Are they gonna go for it, though?
I mean, this is a team I feel like we'll go into that No Mod 2. Yeah, no hesitation. No hesitation whatsoever. You know, you see a team ban DT2 against you, and then you see that your No Mod 2 is 240 BPM. It feels a bit like a no-brainer. And this map, it's a bit of a challenge. The aim side of things, not actually too bad with this map, right? I think most people will be able to aim this. But it is that tapping intensity that is really going to start to come in where, you know, your average player will start to be filtered out of the map. But these players, I feel like the side of OWC Ready will have some phenomenal scores, but I do think there are definitely a few people on the side of Iris at minimum that will keep up. So, you know, this isn't a guaranteed free point, but it is honestly one of, if not the strongest map you could have for OWC Ready going in.
Oh boy. If I remember correctly, the KI section will be filled with a longer, stream to say the least. But
yep.
A theme in this map is that just triple pentaverse, just penta. you better be able to burst. It's 240 BPM. I mean, like what? Matthew, Alfew. Who's the third Turba? Help me out here.
I also feel like it's just, this could be maybe another Kiss Friend to Camming or Nakore, but honestly, I don't fully know. On the side of Iris, I fully expect Nash to play, but I don't know where Nash's upper BPMs are. I know that Nash is really, really good at stream maps. I just don't know if it's like under 240 or you know, comfortable at that range.
Here we go, everyone is readying up, ladies and gentlemen, going into our second map of the day. First map for OWC Ready. It's gonna be No Mod 2.
Yeah, No Mod 2. 240 BPM stamina, bursts, and a bit of a longer stream with each Ki. Some slider jumps in there, so you do want to be careful. Let's see if, you know, they are going to be careful, if they are practiced and ready for this kind of map. The star rating, you know, should be in the comfortable zone for these players. Let's get the first pick for OWC Ready on the road. Hopefully.
Taking off, I mean, look at that long stream, that's for sure. Accuracy difference already quite apparent, 13k, and there it is, the triple penta that I was talking about. But Corey Maluka finding the slider break instead, but he's already running out with the accuracy though. Still 5 players comfortable on the board. Rose definitely looking better than the other.
Yeah, I mean, left side right now looking a decent bit stronger. I mean, there's still the 2 full combos on the side of Iris. They're still in the game. Nothing to be written out just yet as the first major Ki kicks in. The first quarter of the map done and dusted. The score difference, only about 100k, but can definitely start to falter. But that break coming in from Izzy and Yash, both the remaining full combos for that side going down. Now 0 full combos on the side of Iris versus 3 coming in from the side of Rose. Incamming Gonza Mathy, all full combos, all above 99. Incamming finding the break going below 99, but look at the accuracy on the other 2. Gonza finds the break, but the accuracy, man, holy!
One Lord and 98% instead of OWC ready and Matty. I mean, Lord have mercy, this guy knows how to tap. Gonza saying, I'm...
Map.
I have no idea what he wrote. Matt?
I have no idea. Maybe Matt? Yeah, maybe.
True. Off the front door, these bus players are something to behold, but Matty is holding on strong. Another pair of pentas going across the triples, the slam stream, and there's just no problem. This is the final stretch, but he finds a miss-aim. It doesn't matter, Dorma.
Yeah, like I said, not seeing the full combo is a tad bit tragic, but you know, I have a slight feeling the damage is already more than done enough. I think the 800k from Matthew is a slight bit overkill, with the fact it's 826k score difference. I mean,
Nice.
To be fair, with a roster like that, what can you really do? Like when you're playing 240 BPM, technically stamina. Like, it's just going to be brutal. Like, you can say that in advance, but you still can't expect to see, you know, what was it? Basically two 700Ks and 800K?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. I mean,
Well,
terrifying performance, but look, that's one of, if I'm not mistaken, maybe the only remaining heavy tapping map, right?
it's true. DT3 is janky to 71st, which is, not gonna lie, still smells like a rose pick, but I have no clue if Iris is much more comfortable on the burst side of things instead of the stamina.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this now, with that pick being gone, I think this leaves, you know, Iris with a lot more open picks, possibly. And in fact, they have made their pick. They're going to go into the hidden 2. We're going into a good bit of reading. AR8 hidden reading, of course, is what you would expect from hidden 2, and you get to see it here as well. And it's a Hatsune Miku song. Just can't go wrong. It's just 2 peak.
That is true. Pretty scary though. It is going to be reading in 3 minutes. 6.25 star rating. Oh boy. Yep, we're gonna see a bit of overlaps here and there, and I'm sure these guys have practiced.
I hope so, because this one's a bit weird.
Yeah, not gonna lie, no one really it comes up in my mind for OWC ready regarding who's gonna play Hidden 2.
Intercam Alfew? I know I've said that. I've said both of their names every single time.
It's always them. Yeah.
But, to be fair, no, I'll say that we were wrong in the prediction last time because it was Gonza that took over for Alfew on the No More 2 and played really, really well. But
that's true.
I still think Intercamming is guaranteed for this.
Yeah.
Maybe I think we see an Akori here. Maybe I'm actually not entirely knowledgeable on the Kore's play, but I feel like we'll see them soon. We should see them soon.
That's true. Oh boy, alright. Should have all of them in the lobby very soon.
Blanked out, you got any predictions on the side of Iris? Who do you think's playing this time around?
Oh, I don't know. Like Kurumi W is like permanent. There goes my guess. I mean, everybody's just typing in the side of Iris.
Never mind then. Yeah, there you go. Now you get to have a free guess. Oh my.
Let's go. Not gonna
lie,
get some spot on. That's true.
Honestly, I'm interested to see what happened with this Hidden 2, right? Because this Hidden 2 is this needs to be a point for Iris, just because obviously it being their pick, that's what you'd hope for. But also, this is a chance for OWC Ready to, you know, have themselves a way in the match and go, yeah, we don't just need to play mechanics, we can play into these more gimmicky picks and see, you know, hey, look at that, we can keep up on everything. And that's what they'll need here if they want to, you know, have a very good result around the match. But with the Hidden 2 start, you're seeing a lot of these wider jumps, a little bit of, you know, this distance changing quite a bit with triples in between. And we do see Corey and Maluko early in finding a break, and Izzy. But we saw this with No More 3, so nothing's over just yet. And it is traded out by Alfie.
very awkward jumps. Just these mixes of that tricky pattern there. A bit of a mystery coming from Intercoming and Easy. What a miracle, finding a slider break. Gonza with his own, and currently so far it is not looking too good in the side of Iris. They don't really have too much of a combo. Accuracy is a bit behind as well, so they need to get a grip soon enough before Alfio does too much damage.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of, Alfie does find the break, so, you know, as long as they start to put those combos on their side, they can start to try and claw the score difference back, right? They have over half the map, it's 120k, but the break from Izzy there is going to slow that progress down. The leader combo that they had has faltered, but now Korean Maluko looking to try and take that position, trying to have the combo on the board, try and claw it back, but Alfio and Gonza both there to mark them, both there with the combos, and Kami as well. And, oh, unfortunately, breaking Korean W on a bit of a slower section as well, I'd say so. But honestly, the sliders, I get it. I feel you. I understand that break completely.
And now as the curtain opens up, Iris knows that they're behind 150k. It's gonna be very difficult, but there is enough combo. Can they get it, though?
That's the hope. That's what they're looking for. So far, this isn't looking too strong for them. They have a third of the map remaining. Iris needing to bring that comeback sooner than later. Gonza intercoming Alfio all over that 250 combo mark. Whereas the other side, it's only Korean Maluko to be ahead of that 250 combo. Izzy now just crossing into it, and Kurumi W just slightly behind, but does have accuracy to make up for it. But it's still 180k to make up with a quarter of the map. Oh, I think that closes it. I think that closes it.
Yeah, sadly enough. Just a bit more section here. One last big jump, and there's another try. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Last time they coffin in this hidden tomb. Iris will not be able to secure this pick, and oh my goodness. Rose is now ahead by 1 point after this map. And there are still the DT. I mean, don't really see any other pick other than DT3 for them currently. Or rather, the more obvious ones. But who knows? Maybe they're feeling adventurous this time around.
Yeah, I mean, as I was mentioning at the start map, right? They were needing this. They wanted this point so that they could sit there and go, yeah, we can play into a lot more of a variety than just pure tapping mechanics. They've won the Hidden 2. They have a lot more melon that's just opened up to them. And getting that breakpoint on this, that does help quite a bit. But yeah, I do see the DT3 being the pick they go into. And if I'm not mistaken, I've just seen Intercoming immediately go into it. No hesitation. Just go into the raw tapping abuse that you can, and then start going into those more shaky, less, I want to say, not guaranteed, but those less very, very favorable maps. But this is one of them. This is one of those favorable maps. And as we mentioned just before the Hidden 2, right? It's 270 BPM jank burst map.
Whatever that means, you guys.
Yep. Whatever that would mean. I mean, I don't really know how to explain it all that much. I'm not great with describing maps, just because I don't have I don't see maps the way people do, and by that I mean I'm stupid. But it's just, I mean, there's a lot of just like the standard slider aim, but with DT, so it's just slightly bit harder. The bursts are a bit longer and a bit weird. Some of the patterns are like just linears that aren't exactly in, you know, a straight line. They have like the tiniest wiggle to them. But that's like the best I can do to describe this map.
Oh boy. We're thinking here. I mean, not gonna lie, same roster from both sides in this case.
Yeah, I feel so. Yeah, Izzy, I feel you. I get that. It's just speed abuse. It's just speed abuse.
It happens, I suppose.
Yeah, it's okay. Once this map's gone, they can't speed abuse anymore.
That's true.
And then you can try and like pick into, I mean, just not AR rate him.
Oh yeah, starting off strong, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, early 22 score difference. Dirty quite a few ag drops, quite a few misses early in. And, I mean, comparing 240 to 270, you're just going to see that, that comfort difference, Seeing the speed players, or the players that are at least playing speed a bit more often compared to people who don't, you just see scorelines like this, right? You're seeing, that 81% accuracy, the 8% 88 versus, the 92 is the lowest on the side of OWC Ready, with intercamming being the highest of 97.5. You are just going to see comfort differences like that, and, it's unfortunate to have a speed gap like that, but it's fine. You can find other holes to poke, to try and poke your way into another point on the board for Iris, but so far for Rose, aka OWC Ready, I think this favorable feels like an understatement.
We just finished the first minute of the map, and sorry, 300,000 score difference. It's safe to say that it is slightly cooked.
Just slightly.
Oh man.
I always feel bad though for people getting speed abused, because there's actually nothing you can really do. Because, you can double tap to play the BPM, but you don't get accuracy. You can mash, but then you can drop both combo and accuracy if you slip up. You just have to be a speed player to keep up, and it's just painful.
Yeah, easy finding yet again another miss here. Nothing you can really do other than to just take a stroll. Just wait for the map to end at this point. We're still seeing intercamping FC and Gonza with a beautiful recovery and Matthew reverse choke run on this map, and my goodness.
Intercamping!
Oh no! He burst it for -1, no!
No, that's actually a tragic break. I can't believe that. I don't even know how he broke by it. I didn't see the miss. I just saw the break on the stream without a miss effect.
Yeah, I don't think this can have some miss effect, so we gotta interpret the misses.
Yeah, you gotta make that a chance at least, right? The combos are there for Iris, and you know what? Gordon Relico has recovered the accuracy at 93.5%. The fight could be there, but it's 700k score difference in the quarter of that. Gonza intercamping Matthew, do you want to just not play real quick? If you stop playing, low-key possible.
I mean, look at Kurumi's combo. He's throwing his best, that's for sure. We just need to unclock Rose's PC. Oh, well, alright. We might need to do more than just unclock Rose's PC.
I mean, it's another one of the cases, just what can you really do? It's proven that, intercamming Gonza Matthew, they can play speed. They just can. And you put it against a team that, can't really do that. These are the scorelines you're going to see, but then, you look at that far left side and you see reverse choke of 96.4%, and you realise, even if you're a speed player, that's not the expectation, Matthew. That's not the expectation. The 600Ks from Gonza and intercamming, those I'd expect from speed players. Not a casual 1.03 mil with a 1 miss legitimately in the first 20 notes, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, you know what? Go next, as we are going to have to guess what Iris is gonna do. Hidden 2, a bit of a trap there, but are they gonna go in for another? Hidden 1 is open, and Team Red, they banned no button for a reason. Maybe, just maybe, it could be their key.
Yeah, I feel like we could see maybe a hard rock come out here, maybe a free mod. I feel like just something different, explore something new. Because the no mods that remain, I feel like are not the play. And you know what, the free mod, I was gonna say, I feel like the free mod 1 could do best, right? Because it is just awkward aim. And the thing that got banned was aim. Even though, the difference is that no mod 1 is consistency, having that free mod 1 in the aim will be quite nice. Having something that they're going to be at least that bit more comfortable on.
Yeah, can't really complain about this decision. It's gonna be a battle on all front though, Hidden and Hard Rock, so if they win, not gonna lie, that kinda exposes a way forward to say the least.
I mean,
So, never mind. I forgot that Hot Rock 1 is tag map. So,
yeah.
there's a way forward instead of ways forward.
Yeah. Like I say, you know, if you see the Hard Rock players do really well here, you know, you can go into Precision, maybe.
That's true.
If you see the hidden players that do really well for the side of Iris, I feel like that hidden one will, like, basically get picked immediately. Even though it's a bit of a weird map.
Yeah, it's a funny map. Hidden one
funny,
is less aim and more flow focus, so yeah.
Yeah. But it's just, you know, having maybe a bit of that comfort there. Honestly, I don't get why I'm saying that. If they win the free mod 1, why not just go into the other free mods? I know the free mods are very, very different, but at least, you know, the free mod 3 is a bit of alt tech. No mod 3 was a bit of alt. I know they're very different, but, you know, the similarities can be found. If you look with a wide enough eye, to the point where your vision goes blurry, eventually things start to amalgamate together. Because you can't see the things that just make it different.
If my grandma had wheels, guys. If my grandma had wheels.
Yes! Oh my god, yeah, I forgot about that. If my grandmother had wheels, should be a bike.
Well, then let's get right into this one.
Yep, free mod 1. Okay, we're seeing the Hard Rocks coming in from Alfu and Mathy, and then the hidden from Gonza. And then we're seeing two hiddens on the other side from Izzy and Kurumi, and then Hard Rock on Corinne Malako. Two different strategies going in for this, but, you know, maybe looking to pay it off. Oh, Alfu did find a bit of an early break, though. Just find a bit of an, I think it was a misaim on one of their triangles. But, you know, that's just going to lead to that small 9k score difference very, very early in for the side of Iris. Looking to try and get that second point on the board. 15k score difference, still climbing. Still 3 full combos to 2. 2 being on the side of OWC Ready, also known as Rose. And Mathy on a very, very nice score right now. Izzy does find the break though. That does give a bit of an opening there towards, you know, equalizing out the score. You know, Alfu has that recovery combo now. There's still 2 full combos to 2. And Izzy does find another break, which is not what you're looking to see. Not when your opponent now is going to be sitting in a bit of a lead by 15k. Alfu's on that recovery. Gonza's still on the full combo, and Mathy, like, okay, we finally dropped the SS, but we were holding an SS for a bit too long there. It was a bit scary. 30k score difference, and now, oh, that gives a bit of a chance for an opening there. Gonza finds the miss, and, you know, Corinne Malako and Kurumi are going to try and build their opportunity here, try and build a chance for them to build that score difference back over, get to that 17k, and with the miss coming in from Mathy, that is going to be pretty quick to do, as it flips over basically immediately. 14.8k score difference in no time, when it took basically half the map for OWC Ready to build that. It's just what happens when you find those misses and the other team don't. Alfu, basically their main hope right now with the 581 combo, looking to try and build up more through the second half. But, you know, having to compete against 2 very, very strong scores. Gonna take a bit of a while. 36k score difference. Izzy on the recovery as well. Alfu. Oh no, I should have said it. I'm so sorry, Alfu. I spoke your name and the miss came into existence.
Yeah, man, still with the double FC here on both fronts, actually. Both hidden and hard rock. And I suppose we don't know why they went number 1. W and Corinne Malako still with a beautiful 500k soon, and definitely imminent. Izzy with the reverse choke as well. I'm kind of missing the middle. The linear on the hidden side is a bit difficult, causing both of the hidden players to find a miss there for the side of Iris. But Corinne Malako keeping things very nicely tidy. Yeah,
I mean, Corinne Malako had that bit of a shaky start. Unfortunately, does find the break there, but they've done more than enough work. Crossed that 1,000 combo. 250k score difference, even with all the breaks across the board. It's just another one of those cases, right? It's another one of those situations where, like the No Mod 3, you know, the first point they got on the board, they were looking shaky at the start, looking like there wasn't going to be too much, but towards the second half, they start playing a way, way more comfortable, start playing way, way better, but, you know, now there is still that major threat on the board. The map's coming towards its close, sure, but Gonza is at 780 combo, 98% accuracy, and it's 155k. If there's a major set of breaks on the side of Iris here, maybe it'd flick quick enough, but I don't think it's dense enough for it to flip over that only miss from Kurumi.
Yeah, they have a combo. Singular. If they have two, it is possible, but I think easy is enough to slow OWC Ready's pace down. And Iris will not be going down too much. 3-2. They still need a breakpoint, but they may find it here as we don't really have any more high BPM picks. DT1 is aim, and I don't think OWC Ready will ban Nomad 1 if they're confident in that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a point on the board that Iris were needing to get here, right? And I mean, they're now looking to try and find that breakpoint. The good news for them is that there is no longer the pure tapping, which means hope is on the board. But with how that Hidden 2 went, with OWC Ready getting a really strong score on Hidden 2, mind you, the free mod 2 is slightly open, and Matthew's, ability to play Hard Rock, proven by last map, at least a good chunk of it, is going to be a bit of a risk to, have to fight against with free mod 2. But I'm unsure with what they want to go into here.
This is going to be difficult. No more obvious picks ahead. Tech is still very much respected grounds for both of these teams, so probably gonna keep being ignored, that's for sure. Fremont 3, hold the front door. Okay. Whoa, hey, wait.
Now this was not what I expected.
Yeah, we discussed about this, but it was for Iris, so Rose going into this one is pretty curious.
Yeah, I'm a bit shocked with this. Honestly, out of the free mods, I thought maybe they'd want to go into the free mod 2. Again, as mentioned, right, they did play really well on the Hidden 2. They absolutely played the low AR, and they played it just that bit better. And it was by a pretty, confident margin, It wasn't like it was a shakedown at the last moment. They had that sizable score advantage. But, going into the free mod 3, now, I mean, you're mentioning about, Tech being pretty much ignored this whole match, being respected. No one really wanted to poke the bear with a stick and just try and guess who's going to be better at Tech. Well, you're not going into the full slider Tech we fully expect, but we're going into a bit of rhythm alt Tech. We are opening that door just a smidgen to see, who is feeling a bit more confident. And I feel like the Tech properties of this map do start to show up a bit more in the later half, so maybe a bit of a consistency check into just pain, if you're not careful.
That's true. The question remains though, are they really gonna go into this with a double hot rock angle again? Or will they go for the double hidden? I feel like Iris, they're not gonna go double hot rock, not at least till the end of time. And we are indeed going to see a double hot rock against a double hidden.
Double hard rock, double hidden, and and Alfew's just got both because why not? Like, yeah, honestly, you know what, Alfew, I respect it. I do respect it. You did find that early miss. Maybe not most ideal, but that extra score, advantage could maybe come out to play out later if he starts to build those combos. But yeah, honestly, I'm a bit shook there. I mean, I would say, I wouldn't expect people to run double hard rock on this, but if there was a team that did, it would have been these. We did see an early break coming in from Matthew as well. Not the most ideal, especially with it being a bit of a bigger break, but Izzy is trading it, so it's a recovery from Alfew, an FC from Gonza versus the two FCs from Kurumi and Korean Maliko.
Still looking really good. These funky rhythms are something else, that's for sure. But Alfew got tripped into that BPM change. Those time signatures just wiggling back and forth. And the timing is just definitely something very difficult to hit on hard rock. Korean Maliko, Kurumi W, and Gonza still holding on quite well. Actually, Korean Maliko still on the hard rock FC. Lord have mercy. And now we're going into the very annoying slider section. It's about to get real difficult for these guys to hold any combos. Hopefully they do remember where they go, Torva.
Yeah, let's hope there's not some major misreads as the map does build up, because, I mean, as you mentioned, right, holding those combos is going to be a bit harder. The hard rocks, I feel like, are going to suffer a bit exponentially more here. And we do see that being the case. Korean Maliko dropping the hard rock full combo, but Kurumi's still there with the hidden. Matthew's starting to build that recovery, Alfie's starting to
go.
build that recovery, and Gonza, honestly, matching every step of the way. I hadn't even noticed the 99.3% accuracy.
Alfie and Matthew has woken up from their slumber, and it's only Korean with the slider break alongside Izzy. There's the trade for Matthew. It's a 60k difference, but it's going to be very difficult as Gonza is still holding on strong with the hidden modification, and Alfie is still with the hidden hard rock reverse choke, basically. Kirby W is just one man, sadly, and he's being halted by Gonza. I don't think this is comebackable. There's only so much time, Torva.
Yeah, I mean, Kurumi just acting as an army of one here, trying to fend off against the forces of Gonza and Alfie right now. I mean, Alfie on the 900 combo with Hidden Hard Rock, already impressive enough. And then you see Gonza closing out with not only a Hidden FC, but 99.3, I believe. 99.4 almost is crazy. Kurumi as well, also with a really nice score. A bit lower actually on 97, but still such a strong score. But against the forces of, that team, Alfie with 2 misses on Hidden Hard Rock and Matthew with 2 misses as well. Hold on, all the Hard Rock players got 2 misses.
Damn.
Damn. Okay. The having a 2 miss on Hard Rock, I think it's understandable. I mean, that's really impressive. So all of them having it, a bit crazy, but, not the hope that Iris were hoping for. They were hoping to maybe have a bit more on the table there, but, it wasn't their pick. It was the 3-mod-3. They were looking to get a breakpoint on it, hopefully, but, OWC Ready just played really, really well there. So, now it's the time for Iris, aka Copo Bebe picks, to go into something a bit different. And, honestly, I'm not too shocked with this pick. I think this is a solid pick to go into at this point.
Boy, going into the tech now. It's about to get real spicy. Not gonna lie, as the last pick as well, we haven't really seen too much of it. I suppose we saw a glimpse on 3-mod-3, but it's like, it's more rhythm than tech. The sliders wasn't really a big challenge, as even for the hard rock players, so very curious how this will go in particular.
Yeah, I'm intrigued with this map, but again, right, we were saying it before, not really picking into the tackle too much. They poked it with the 3-mod-3, and now they're going to fully dive into it, and you know what nice to see? What is nice to see is that not only is it a banger no mod 4 that I'm happy to see, get played by some very great players, but it's an original as well. I believe both song and map. You just can't go wrong.
Boy.
There's a party in my head. I'm going to file a noise complaint because they won't stop. I file that noise complaint.
Filing a noise complaint while casting is kind of peak.
Yeah, while being the entire cause of said noise complaint. I'm gonna file one real quick, Okay, I'm seeing the good lucks. I think they're all ready. Izzy saying to lock in. I mean, that's what you hope for from Copo Bebe, right? From Iris. You want them to lock in. You want them to bring this closer. It's 4-2. They're looking to get another point on the board, hopefully. This is the no mod 4. Party in my head won't stop, so I called in a noise complaint from the Beat Wizard, the original. Let's hope this goes a bit better for them than the no mod 3 did. Let's hope they're confident on this kind of map set. Early in, do see those breaks from Izzy and Nash. Not the most, hopeful looking at things to see, but, you don't have to worry about too much. Tactical misses. It's okay.
Not much combo in the beginning, but plenty of combo by the middle, so you better keep your combo by then. So, still looking pretty good from all sides here. Just grasping this map, but this is going to be a slippery one. They better hold their grip quite nicely. A triple S against a triple A. Oh my.
Yeah, not the best case scenario to see for the first quarter, having the AAA rank versus the Triple FC, but the combos aren't actually that crazy different. They're all basically the same. The main differential that I'm seeing right now is a bit of that accuracy game. And I'm seeing one player that is a bit ahead of the rest. By a small margin, I would say. with Alfie sitting at a very relaxing 99.8 on this map. I don't think this is normal.
Players coming in from all sides. Not the worst thing just yet, but the flow creeping in, showing that it's about to get real dicey soon enough, as we are seeing still 3 FCs against 3 River Choke. Which one will bring it back, going down? And it's just silence before the storm.
Yep, the calm. Hoping to keep their combos going. Yeesh, but we do see the first major break coming in. It's going to be Gonzo.
Oh my god, Nash! How the hell did he save that?
Wait, I didn't even see. Oh my. That 100k score difference. My stats close down quite quickly. I mean, this does ramp up a small bit with the bursts and sliders towards the end, but, you know, having the 2 full combos, 1 major break versus 3 really strong combos in reverse. But that is the break that's not going to help, and Izzy going down as well alongside Shark. That's not what you want to see.
Alfie and Matty still holding on strong. Cut streams coming in. The sliders, the streams. It's being beautifully hit by Nash, but even with an Alfio trade, it's just a bit too late. Matty is there, still holding on strong, and Lord have mercy, they are ready for a WC. 5-2. Good game, well played.
Oh my. Like, OWC Ready being a bit of an understatement, like, that's not an easy No Mod 4. Like, I know it says it's under 7 stars and all, but that's crazy. That's crazy coming in from Afi. The accuracy as well from Alfie, just disgusting. Like, what are you actually supposed to do against that?
Oh man, I mean, it is what it is. They're not out of it just yet, after all. They will still have the losers bracket to atone themselves. But until then, we shall definitely celebrate OWC Ready winning this one. They'll be moving on to the winner side of quarterfinals, and yeah, they are still on the roll, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, went in with the early match, went in for a bit of a Thursday, but honestly, it's worked out for them. They've played this well. Other teams as well. I mean, you know, Copo, Bebe, they played well. They did. I can't say that they didn't, because they absolutely did. I mean, the 2 points on the board, they got a bit more of those old focus maps. They had played spectacularly, right? With such disgustingly good scores, and they did compete so well against OWC Ready. But it just came to, you know, those a bit more of those raw mechanic maps that, you know, OWC Ready had early in, that they could just guarantee points on, basically. And then from there, they just started building that momentum. And even when, you know, Copo Bebe started to break the momentum down a bit, especially like the 3 mod 1, I think it was, you know, it just not enough to break the steamroll, I guess, that just came in from that team of OWC Ready. They just played so well across the board. But I think the main thing that was just them winning that hidden 2, I think, was what pushed them to have the confidence and guarantee that they could play everything in the pool needed.
Oh my god, that hidden 2 was very surprising to say the least. And they won it like pretty surely as well. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back with our scheduled program. You know, streams on Saturday and Sunday instead. But yeah, I've been ranked up by Boss Torva. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Bye-bye.